guys hear that? Keep it going, DJ. Let it spin a little bit. Hey. Cut that shit, DJ. Cut that shit. Let me see that phone, too. Thank you, DJ. What is good, y'all? We back. Episode 5. Welcome to Standing on Business with BKrispy. Week 1 edition of college football is it's here. It's here. Let me calm down a little bit, but it is here. We are ready to go. We got live picks on here today. We got a lot to get to. So let's get into it. Let's really get into it. College football is back this week, but I'll get to a couple NFL things that we've been covering on this show. And I was wrong, y'all. I was wrong. Jameis Winston is still a giant. He made the 53-man. I mean, I could still be right. They could still find a trade suitor if somebody goes down or teams start to go into panic mode. But, man, Chicken Cutlet DeVito is gone. I'm sure he'll get picked up by a squad or two. They'll be knocking on his door. So, DeVito cut. Kenny Pickett traded. So, Shador made a team, but Dylan Gabriel, he beat him out. He's a backup. So when they get tired of Flacco or Flacco goes down, you'll probably see Dylan Gabriel first. And then I guarantee we'll see Shador after that. But, we'll see. We got a lot to get to in the NFL. And Joe Flacco, he could play good football, and we don't even care about these two rookies. You never know how it's going to play out. We'll get to more of that next week. As we go on the Shador topic, it's a bad week to be a Sanders. Shador had that 24-yard sack. He didn't look sharp. And then his brother's out here throwing punches, getting ejected from games, and then getting cut from the team. And I mean, when you're a rookie trying to make the team, not a guy, not a higher round pick that they're gonna put on this team no matter what, you can't throw punches. You can't do any of that stuff, man. So bad week to be a Sanders. Colorado's coming out this week. They're +4 this week too. They got a new quarterback, guy from Liberty coming in. So we'll see what Colorado does. But Shiloh, man, hopefully you find a home. But throwing a punch wasn't a look. And Shador, you just stick your head down, follow what Joe Flacco does, try to learn as much as you can, because your number will be called this year, my man. So, and then another Standing on Business, big shout out, Cal Raleigh, man. Most home runs as a catcher. I haven't talked much baseball on the show. Frustrates me as a bettor. But big shout out to Cal Raleigh. That's huge, man. I mean, catchers, they're not supposed to be the best hitters in the league, and he's one of them. So shout out to Cal, and shout out to these guys too. Mike, back on the big board again. He's in P100. He's absolutely eating these people. He is the best bankroll bettor of the week. And I think he was 2 last week or 1. But Mike, man, keep grubbing, Mike. You're doing your thing. I don't know if I got this name right. Otario. I think I got it right. But Otario's number 2 on the big board. And he's into P50, really killing the game. So I need to see that P75 and P100 on next week's big board. But shout out to those 2 guys. And then Riley's creeping up right behind you guys too at P50. So Otario, Mike, Riley, big ups to you guys. You guys are the Cal Raleighs of Bankroll this week. So big shout out to you guys. And my Standing on Business, wasn't much to pick from. The guys weren't standing this high, but lower down to here, my Standing on Business player of the week is Western Kentucky's own. He's got a crazy name, Maverick McLaurin. I can't even pronounce his name, but this guy came out 33 of 51, 401, 3 TDs in a big 41-24 W. So shout out to Maverick on Western Kentucky. He balled. He stood on some business this week, and I mean, a lot of guys played well. A lot of guys played solid. Jalen Daniels played pretty good. But, that guy was balling. He was out there shredding that D. So shout out to Maverick. He stood on business. And now we're going to start. These player of the weeks are going to really be tough. They're going to be hard because there's so many college games and there's so many NFL games every year. So Maverick, you came out. You're one of the Standing on Business players of the week. Your name will always be on the list. It is never gone. It's like making the Hall of Fame or something. But the Standing on Business, you're in the books forever, brother. So I'm proud of you, man. And I'm proud to say, too, we have big noon kickoff. We have Gus Johnson, Joel Klatt on the sidelines. Or in the box, calling this game. It's one of the biggest college football regular season games we've had in a very, very, very long time. We got the Texas Longhorns going into Ohio. They're going into Ohio State this weekend to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes, and that's going to be the best game we've had in our generation in a long time, at least most anticipated game. I think this game is going to be one for the books. I think Arch Manning gets the edge. I love Arch. I love Peyton. I love Eli. So I think Arch carries that torch in that family, and this is where it starts, right here, Arch. So if you want to get your name out there quick and get ahead of Jeremiah Smith in that Heisman race, I suggest you come out and lead your team to a victory, because you have the Heisman candidate or leader going into week 1, top of the board, Jeremiah Smith, the nastiest receiver in college football, probably the best player, arguably. We'll see. Ohio State, they lost a lot of guys. They lost a lot of dudes on defense, and they're coming in with a brand new quarterback, and I think Arch is already comfortable. I think just reading, just seeing, just paying attention to Texas's camp, Arch had a great camp, and so I'm going. That's my first pick of the week, guys. I'm going with the Longhorns coming in. I want them money line, and I want them with the +2.5. So I will be doing both. Let's get on it right now. Let's get to Bankroll quick, guys. You guys need to go get your Bankrolls. A couple of buddies of mine already P10 after like 3-4 days. And I'm having a good day. I got the Padres hitting for me. The Tigers, did they lose? Oh, Tigers blew one. That's all right. That's all right. Right now, I'm only at a -135 loss. I've almost hit my settled picks. So after this weekend of college football, your boy will be passing the combine. All right, let's go to Texas. Let's throw them in live on Standing on Business. Texas Longhorn football, +2.5. And money line. We're throwing 500 on there. Boom. Boom, we're locked in, guys. We're locked into those two right there. So, yeah, I think Arch and them go in there. Upset. Is it an upset? It's on the road and one of the hardest places to play in the whole NCAA. So, I don't know if it's an upset, but I think the Longhorns get it done. And then moving on to the next big game of the week. This is my favorite game. I mean, it shouldn't be, but it is, because I'm very high on the Clemson Tigers this year, and they have home. They're hosting LSU. And LSU's, they're missing something. They're always missing a piece, missing this little piece. And this year is kind of the same story. Clemson, they got Cade back there. Cade Club, they're coming in. He's also high in the Heisman race. He's going to lead the charge. He's the preseason ACC Player of the Year, and I think he'll be the postseason ACC Player of the Year when it's all said and done. They got 2 other preseason position players, both wide receivers. Antonio Williams coming back, ready to make another name for himself. Cade Club is probably his favorite target, but then he's got Brian Westcott Jr. So he's got a 2-headed monster at wide receiver over there, and I think it's too much for LSU to handle. Clemson has 4 guys, preseason ACC All-American as well on the defensive end. Clemson's going to be too hot to handle this year, guys, and they're going to run that easy ACC, and you will see them in the playoffs. And then we'll talk about it playoff time if they can handle their weak schedule and translate it to playing SEC teams and all these good squads in the playoffs. So we're going Clemson -3.5. We're gonna lock this in as well. Klubnik and the boys get that done. I think they win 2 touchdowns, 10 plus. I'm gonna go. If you could buy points on Bankroll, I would, but I mean, we'll see. I went 1-2 last week. UNLV, goodness gracious, they did not get it done. So let's type in Clemson here. Kansas State as well, guys. They were trash. That game was all wet, rainy. All right, we got Clemson -3.5. We're gonna lock that in. Let's go to picks. Now we have 3 in there. See that Clemson in there. 3.5 at -112 is pretty good value too. When personally, I think it's a 2-score game. So go pick the Tigers, guys. That's my lock of the week. That is gonna be one that I really stand on business. Clemson, guys, standing on it. It's not standing on the furniture with our shoes, but it's all right. My girl didn't see it, so it's okay. And then my favorite game, guys. Let's move on to that. Not my favorite game. Clemson's my favorite game, but Miami, Notre Dame, Catholics versus convicts in the 2025 regimen. So it's a little different than it was back in the 80s and 90s, but it's a great game. It's still technically a rivalry. So, you know, I think I think Notre Dame will get it done, but I think that game's going to be a dogfight. Miami obviously losing the number 1 pick in the draft, Cam Ward. And then they move it to Carson Beck. Carson Beck survived in Kirby Smart's system, and he did a good job, but he was a game manager with the best position players around him. So when Carson Beck has to be a playmaker, yeah, no, don't call him, because Carson Beck, he might come out and struggle. Notre Dame's defense is going to be tough. Notre Dame got Jeremiah Love coming back running the football, probably the best running back in the NCAA. Notre Dame with the 2.5, I think, is a shoe-in. But, you know, who knows? Who knows? I haven't been a shoe-in lately, and I think this week 1, we actually turned it around. Week 0, like I said, 1-2, K-State. That game went down to the wire. Could have went either way. You know, they score, they cover. UNLV, they struggled a little bit. They're going to work out their kinks. I think Dan Mullen's going to figure it out, and that's why I also have UNLV Friday special, -10 against Sam Houston State. I really like that. Another pick I really like is Indiana, -24 against Old Dominion. I think Indiana, after going last year, I think they have a lot to prove this year, that they weren't a fluke, and I think they have a lot to show that the Big Ten is going to be even a little harder this year. I think Indiana will beat all the teams that they should beat, and I think they'll win handily Saturday. And then this pains me, y'all, because I hate these guys. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. I hate them with every bone in my body, every blood flowing through here. I hate them. But the Arizona State Sun Devils plays NAU, 28.5. I think they're up by more than that at halftime. So one of my other picks is the Devils, 28.5. It pains me to do that, but I was looking at my team, and Arizona 17.5 is kind of a lot to me. I don't know what Vegas sees. No Fafita, a lot to prove. Brett Brennan, a lot to prove. You guys were terrible last year. Shit the entire bed. So let's go Wildcats this week. Let's hope they can get into normal fashion of actually being decent. Never been good, but let's be decent. Let's be in games. Let's try to get to a bowl this year, fellas. And it starts this week against Hawaii. Hawaii had a big win against Stanford, emotional win. That game went down to the wire. That was one of the best games of week 0. So those are my picks, guys. And let's just hope that another surprise pick. They don't even have this on Bankroll, but Sarita football. They're +5 against Walden Grove. And guys, this is Tucson High School football. My dad and my buddy are coaches on there. So we're going to pick Sarita +5, and then we're going to pick them with the money line as well. So go get your high school picks in, y'all. But this has been episode 5, Standing on Business. Biggest week of our lives, college football week 1. Lots of doozies. You guys, I need everybody right at 9 a.m. ready to go. Mimosas ready, breakfast ready. No golf this weekend, guys. No golf. That Miami Notre Dame game Sunday. So we're not playing any golf. We're not doing nothing but drinking brews, drinking mimosas, watching college football, because it's going to be from 9 a.m. to about 11 p.m. of straight ball. So I've never been this ready in my life, and I hope you guys are ready too. And let's get it fucking popping, y'all. Week 1. I'll catch up with you guys next week. Hopefully I'm 5-0, 6-0. So let's get it.